I finally had some more time using the Sirui VP-1 Cine lens, and I gotta say, this is a great set of lenses. Let's start with what you get with this entire set. You get this blue pelican-like case, which is a nice touch, by the way. I really love this. I was taking it out the other day, and I had a few people asking me what's in the box because of the blue color. So it just adds a little bit of attention to you if you guys like that or not. There's also 3 lenses in the set. You got the 24mm t1.4, 35mm t1.4, and the 50mm t1.4. All of them have the same gears, they're relatively the same weight, and they all have 67mm filter threads. The Sirui VP-1 are one of the better feeling Cine lenses that I've held from a build quality standpoint. It feels quite premium in my hand. Another feature I truly like about this lens is the fact that you can switch mounts. Originally, this lens is set by default to a Sony E-mount, but Sirui does provide you guys with the tools and the lens mount for the RF, the Z, and the L mount for all 3 lenses. And you get to choose which mount you want, which is freaking crazy. Now, I think this may come in handy for some of you guys who shoots with multiple systems and don't want to waste money buying adapters. So I find this to be a very good feature. So great job, Sirui, for thinking of this. Now let's move on to image quality. When it comes to colors, I find that the colors from these 3 lenses are consistent across the board. When I was checking it with my color checker, I didn't see much color shift between the 3 lenses. So there's little to zero color correction needed for these 3 lenses. These lenses are all at T1.4 and they deliver great results with great contrast. These are some great looking footages that I was able to grab. During my time using this lens, I find that all 3 deliver great sharpness wide open, and they have a beautiful looking bokeh as well. The 24mm T1.4 is one that I do like because I can get up close and personal and still get some unique shots and try to blur the background. And this is something that I like using because it's a little bit different than the standard 35mm and 50mm field of view. When it comes to focus breathing, I couldn't find any on the 24mm or the 35mm. However, on the 50mm, there is very little focus breathing, which is great. Now, when it comes to chromatic aberration, I did see a little bit of it, but I've seen way worse on lenses before, so this one didn't bother me as much. Another thing I like about these lenses are its close focusing distance. They all have great minimum focusing distance, which is crazy for the price you are paying for these lenses. The 24mm is at 26 centimeters, which is freaking close. The 35mm is at 30 centimeters, and the 50mm is at 43 centimeters, which is pretty good, and it surprised me. So combine this with a wide aperture, you can get really close and get some unique shots with it. Now, when it comes to the flaring, I shot this towards the sun. The lens did not lose contrast, which is great. So you're gonna get a well-controlled lens as well. I also use these lenses at nighttime, and I gotta say the T1.4 aperture really does help in low light situations. I thought these lenses did a wonderful job at nighttime, and all 3 of these lenses are consistent in look. What you're gonna see here is the cars driving past and the car lights hitting the lens and giving it a flare, and all 3 lenses all have a consistent look to it, which I think the flares on these lenses are nice flares. However, I know that this could be very subjective, so I'll leave that up to you guys to decide whether or not you like the flares or not. But when the cars were passing by and you can see the flares, it still held up its contrast, which is impressive. And I also use these Cine lenses for my photography as well, and I truly love the photos that I captured with it. I think even using it for photography is great because the way I look at it is I'm using these lenses as manual photography lenses. So what happened is I slow down my process and I shoot as if it was any other manual lenses I've used before, which is pretty fun. Now, even on the T1.4 with the demanding 45 megapixel Nikon Z8 sensor, I was able to get sharp images when I nailed focus wide open. So again, I'm really impressed by these lenses, these VP-1s. These sets of lenses truly delivers. My car says it's 20 degrees outside, so we're just going to head out now. I'm going to meet up with the model. And yeah, I'm kind of excited for this. I haven't done a creative shoot like this in a very long time. I'm super excited just to get out again, just to get some fresh air. And I think at $15.99 for 3 sets of high quality Cine lenses, it's a great value, and this set will have people satisfied with their purchase. It has a great image quality, it has great build, and I forgot to mention that these lenses are weather sealed according to Sirui. You're getting a weather sealed lens. There's a rubber gasket seal on the back of the lens mount, which is freaking awesome. And they're all going to be at t1.4. So they're going to be good for low light as well, or if you just want to blur out your background. These lenses are also light and compact for a full frame Cine lens. I have used heavier Super 35 Cine lenses before, so this was pretty cool to see how these lenses were a bit smaller compared to the Super 35 lenses I've used before. Now, if you're interested in the early bird discount, I'll leave the links down in the description below. And what are your thoughts on the Sirui VP-1? Let me know your thoughts and consider subscribing for more lens review. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.